A review of the party's performance at the last election warns Labor will continue to experience electoral failings if urgent action is not taken urgently, including boosting much-needed funds. 3 News political editor Patrick Gower joins me now. OK, so Paddy, morning to you.
Good morning, Paul.
So God, I hope they didn't pay too much for this report. The main finding is that they're broke. Surely they would know that.
Yeah, absolutely. What they've done actually here with this report is waste a whole lot of time and money. And in fact, they've got no money. The warning in here, the one thing that actually stands out in here is if they don't raise some cash, if they don't get some dough, then Labor as a political movement could be consigned to oblivion. But beyond that, this has simply been a waste of time. I'm sure they haven't spent too much on it. They do have a lot of time, Labor, though, and they love spending it talking about and thinking about themselves and setting up committees, and that is exactly what this report is. I will not be back talking to you after the next election saying, thank goodness Labor did this review because it really turned them around, because this thing is going straight to the dustbin in most places, in fact.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And because people would rather they'd rather call for a report and then sit around doing nothing, waiting for the report to come through, than actually address problems. So the report said, in terms of its findings, the campaign preparation was inadequate. They didn't have enough money, so they didn't spend enough money. They didn't spend enough time fundraising. All of those things we know. Let's talk about the recommendations.
Sure. I mean, one of the recommendations here is to focus more on the Treaty of Waitangi.
That
is an actual recommendation here. And I hate to break it to the Labor Party, I hate to break it to Andrew Little, but you are not going to beat John Key. You are not going to take the office on the 9th for the Beehive by focusing on the Treaty of Waitangi in 2017. As important as the treaty is, as much as I love it myself, that is not going to turn Labor's fortunes around. One of the other recommendations in here, and I love this, is that Labor should set up some more committees. Labor will do better if they set up some more committees. So that's where they're at.
I bet they do that, though, Paddy. I bet they do set up more committees.
They'll set up. It says set up 2, so that means Labor will set up 10.
Yeah.
That means Labor will set up 10 committees. It recommends 2, so they'll probably set up 10.
That's fantastic. All right, Andrew Little. The report doesn't address the Andrew Little as leader, but it addresses the fact that disunity was one of the main problems. Andrew Little will definitely be there to fight for Labor at the next election, won't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that Little can make it through. They won't want to change leaders again.
No.
Although he has lost momentum. Our poll this week shows, he's there or thereabouts on 11%. He's well behind John Key on preferred Prime Minister. Labor's still just above 30. He's lost a lot of momentum. I'm sure he'll get there in 2017.
All right.
Although this report does say that unions have too much influence. It does hint at that unions have too much influence. Don't forget that the union delegates, the bosses, the union heavies put Andrew Little into leadership. That's one recommendation he won't act on. I can bet
he won't.
I mean,
the report
was
just a complete waste of time and money. But as you say, it probably didn't cost so much. Hey, very, very quickly, one word. Is Murray McCulley in serious trouble, yes or no?
Medium trouble, hot water.
Medium trouble.
Muzza knows his weight. And Muzza's been there before. He'll get out of it, I'm sure.
Oh, he's written the book on getting out of medium trouble, on getting other people out of medium trouble. All right, if he wants to. All right, Paddy, thank you very much for joining us. Always good. Paddy Gower, our political editor.